I've been trying for over a year to buy a house, and yesterday we finally closed the deal. There it is. Pretty ugly. And I mean it when I say pretty ugly. The idea is to tear it down and build a new one. Let's just go to the backyard here. There it is from the back. So a year ago, I called the realtor after seeing the for sale sign on this house, and he said it's a real fixer-upper. And that's what I was looking for, a fixer-upper. So I'm looking around. As I got my first look at the place, I'm thinking hardwood floors, all right, maybe. The windows would need to be all replaced. The old wiring would need to be all replaced. The drywall would need to be all replaced, and the walls would probably need to be re-insulated. If you can actually see down here, actually looks brighter on the camera than it does in real life, but there are no appliances, and the plumbing is pretty well off. The floor in the kitchen is terrible. The bedrooms have this rather ghastly wood particle paneling. Oh, it looks hideous. Floor is uneven. It slopes melodiously from one end of the house to the other, creating little channels and pools in various elevations. So I'm walking through and looking at things like this and thinking, if I tear apart everything in this house and down to the insulation and redo it, it could be done. Now the bathroom is a little misdesigned. The door doesn't even open all the way because of the sink. Howdy howdy. So that would need to be remedied somehow. There's the back room. There were originally 2 cars in the driveway, and it seems the owner managed to get rid of one of them before he sold me the house. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to have to make a phone call. It is a 72 BMW Bavaria. Apparently it was last driven in 1985. Again, I don't know whether the car came with the house. I'm not sure about that. I kind of doubt it. Anyways, to get back to the story, I was thinking all these thoughts about remodeling the house when I took a gander at the attic. The rafters are very thin. They're 2x4s, and they're held up in many places by props to keep the roof from collapsing. You can see props here, props here, props here. Here's an interesting little inverted tripod preventing this structure from falling upon us. You can see various attempts at insulating. Looking down at the floor, we see a 12-inch or 8-inch block running through the middle of the house, showing that this was once an outside wall, and over here this was added on. That is the front of the house now. Over here on this side of the attic, the level drops about 16 inches. You've got this weird kind of floor system going on here. So after having looked at the roof and thinking, I'm going to have to tear this whole house down in order to really remodel it, that's what I decided to do. I'm just going to build a new one. New house. Better house. But it is kind of fascinating to look at just how bad it is. There's sunlight readily visible through various penetrations here in the attic. I'm surprised there are more creatures in here. Here's an even better one. Hello. Still snowing out there, I see, on April 25th. Or maybe there are creatures living in here and they're just not out right now. It's hard to believe it's really mine. Well, I haven't even shown you the basement yet. I don't think that we really want to go down there because one, it's kind of bad, and two, it's dark so you can't see. But I plan to document, I think is the word I'm looking for, document the process of destroying the house and building the new one. And there are some things about the history of this house that are very interesting that I will reveal after the house is gone, maybe after the new foundation is in. I have 2 years to build a house, and I'll be doing the work myself with my brothers and my dad, and it'll be an interesting process, I think, to keep up on, so stay tuned.